Hi there, and welcome to 2 Point Hospital Culture Shock. Yes indeed, I've been kindly offered Culture Shock Early Access, and today's video I'm going to show you everything that's been added for the Plywood Studios level. So a huge thank you to 2 Point Studios for the early access and giving me this opportunity to share this with you guys. Now, this video isn't going to be a standard Let's Play. Instead, I'm basically going to break down the new content for you piece by piece and give a bit of insight into what's new and how it plays out. So, what is Culture Shock? In a nutshell, this DLC shows us the glitz and glamour, Hollywood-esque showbiz side of 2 Point County. So think movie stars making movies and partying hard when the day's work is done. The force behind all this is an eccentric character called Zara Fitzpocket. Now, she's concerned that the art culture is sick in 2 Point County and she needs our help to inject a little bit of life back into it. That means teaming up initially with Plywood Studios, and they're commissioning a new hospital drama starring Roderick Cushion, who is our primary doctor we start the map with. The objective here is that the actors for the show will be the staff we hire. So it's either medical staff pretending to be actors or actors pretending to be medical staff, which all sounds absolutely fine and we're not going to get any deaths whatsoever. Anyhow, Roderick is our leading actor, so it's our job to train him up to a 5-star standard whilst also completing objectives set by the producers. That's typical stuff like training up the doctor and building a marketing department. Now, my initial objective, so I can show off the new content quickly without the standard 2 Point Hospital gameplay getting in the way, I've basically figured out a system to power level through the game. And this is where you prioritise building a research room and use that to build up a massive pile of cash from the early days. That gets us to the new content quicker, so I'll get that sorted and cut back when there's a healthier bank balance to play with. And we're back. So I've spammed what is essentially the cheap button for a while, and I've built up a healthy level of cash. I've also bought a couple of additional plots, and I've set them up with the basic diagnosis clinics and a pharmacy. This is my typical setup, so you have the GP offices here, and the diagnosis rooms are opposite. In this other building here is where our primary treatment facilities will reside, and that'll depend on what's asked for. It might spill over into another building as well, depending if how big the rooms are that we end up setting up. Now up here I've got the staff buildings, so we've got a marketing room and the research room and the training room here. Now this training room is a little OP and it's a little bit ridiculous, but it works so well. So many encyclopedia books, but it really speeds up the training, which is good. It is also ridiculously expensive, but with the research thingy, that's not so much of a problem. Anyway, with all this built, I'll play on hiring more staff, training them and setting up more rooms, and I'll cut back when anything new from the Culture Shock DLC shows up. So this guy has presented at the clinic, and he's definitely afflicted with one of the new illnesses. Looks like a daredevil. So that's going to be interesting to see how we treat that one. Now this guy too seems to be presenting with something we've not seen before. Can't tell if that stripy top is part of the illness or he just has poor taste. Those square glasses though, that could be something to do with TV. Spotted another one. Right, bag over the head. What looks like a classic detective's coat as well. Could be something investigation-y. Oh, and I've also added this shark bin for one of the missions. Wait up. Requests and reviews. Now the show is underway, we'll start to receive requests from the show's producers. Yeah, that's what I've been dealing with. Now, I did notice as well, they're asking me to place movie posters as well as the shark bin. And, well, the movie posters, I can't find them in the items list. So that could be an early access bug, or maybe that's a reward or something later on. We'll see. Ah, new illness, square eyes. So sufferer's eyes have become square. Yeah, so that's a TV thing then. Right, treatment at the pharmacy, so no special treatment room for this one. So we've had the 1-star request pop up. Now, the first one, complete 4 marketing campaigns. That's pretty easy to do, no problem with that. Second, have Roderick diagnose 3 patients. Now, that's interesting. I have given him GP training, so I hope that means he can diagnose, Otherwise, we'll have to switch that up and train him in diagnosis as well. Interesting. And last but not least, cure 6 patients with stunt trouble. So that'll be the daredevil illness then. I'm guessing I'll have to research a treatment room for that. Let's take a look. Yep, there we go. Upgrade danger zone. I'll get that researched and cut back when that's done so we can see it placed down. So I've got danger zone placed down, and it's this charming little stunt contraption. Can't wait to see someone use that. The room size requirements are pretty hefty, so it's a rather long room compared to some of the other treatments. Let's just wait now and see who shows up for treatment. So the new posters showed up, so I've placed these down here. Now that's the action poster, the rom-com poster and the zombie poster. Oh, and over here I've also placed down this shark tank. Now, not sure how appropriate that is to a hospital, but you know, it looks pretty neat. We've also got a new patient presenting with a new illness. Now, this one looks like Rambo, so I'm guessing maybe an action illness. I'll keep an eye on that for when they come up for treatment. Ooh, so our first stunt trouble patient is about to get treatment from the star of our show, Roderick, no less. So let's see how this goes. Oh, a bit of applause and confetti. Little rev. And off he goes. How cute is that? Doing a turn? Yep, doing another go. Aww. You going a third time? Nope, he's had enough. Yay, success. You're no longer a daredevil. Ooh, producer idea. The show's producers have an idea. We'll receive some additional funding if we make it happen. Challenge! Kill off 3 patients. Hey, steady on! Kill off 3 patients for cash. I mean, we're probably going to end up killing off a few patients from incompetence, but deliberately for cash. This isn't Hitman we're playing, is it? Feels a bit harsh, that. These producers don't mess around, do they? So, I see we've got some interesting new missions for Culture Shock, it seems. Turning us into murderers. New illness discovered in Bagnito. So, sufferers believe they're being watched by spies. So I was right, it is a detective thing. So, where's treatment at the ward? So, again, this is just a new illness, but no special treatment room. Gotcha. And another new illness discovered, writer's block. It's perfectly normal to have a paintbrush in your hair, but not a pencil in your head. The unwelcome piece of stationery is blocking the part of the brain responsible for, what's the word, sentences? I think I suffer from this one in real life. Anyway, that'll need to be removed if they want to write good. Treatment at psychiatry. That's a bit weird. I would have thought that might have needed treatment at surgery. So, a new illness, but it's an invisible one, as in it just looks like a normal patient. Right, let's crack on then. So, I finally found a patient with writer's block. Now, I hadn't seen any about, so I figured it was an invisible illness. But, as you can see here, it's really freaking obvious. Size of that thing. That's like one of those massive novelty pencils that don't work very well. So, correction for me from before, the writer's block is a visible illness. And we did it! So, that's 1 star gained for the hospital, and we've opened up the next map, and we get a stunt trouble poster. Nice. So, what's needed for 2 stars? Reputation 85%, when we currently have 10%, so a lot of work to do there. Staff morale 80% when it's currently 0, so that doesn't sound right, gonna have to work on that. Hygiene rating 75%, now that just means adding hand sanitizer stations everywhere, so that's not a problem. And have Roderick cure 16 patients. So that's interesting, so we do have to multi-skill Rodders then. I'll send him off for some treatment training, see if that helps with that one. So we have another new illness discovered, director's gut. So that's chronic stomachache caused by excessive decision making and mouldy bagels. Treatment at the pharmacy. So I reckon this probably is one of the new hidden illnesses then. And again, another new illness. These are coming in thick and fast now. So what's this one? Motion sickness, caused by overexposure to special effects. The sufferer's body is caught in a state between the procedurally generated world and our own. So treatment in the ward. Again, I reckon that's just a hidden illness, so no visible effects. And wouldn't you know it, another new illness, sinewment. Pain and tension in the body's fibres caused by happy endings, finishing stories and overindulging on credit sequences. So treatment in the injection room. I reckon that's probably every illness discovered now. We'll wait and see if there's any more though. So I've been proved wrong again. Here, spotted in the wild, is a patient suffering from motion sickness. Now, that looks like one of those green suits with the golf balls on they use for special effects. So, I mean, that's pretty cool. And that's another new illness discovered, flashback. So what's this one? Bursts of sudden back pain caused by intense deja vu related hallucinations. The patient may believe that they're back from the future to save themselves from back pain. Treatment in our surgery. Finally! I figured at least one of the new illnesses would need treating in surgery. Finally! We've reached the 2-star target. Now, that took a lot of work. I had a lot of issues with Roderick refusing to treat patients, so there was quite a bit of micromanagement to get that objective. Right, so what do we get for that achievement? A fake fan and a false fan. Okay, well, fair enough. So now the last goal then is to get 3 stars. So what do we need for the 3 stars? We've already got that one. So it's cure 25 patients with stunt trouble and have Roderick cure 20 patients. Ugh, more micromanagement, I guess then. Okay, let's see how long it takes us to reach those 3 stars then. Okay, so to give you an update of how things are going, well, Roderick is really turning up the heat in the PAM lab. Working so hard he's set it on fire. I mean, I do love how he's just standing there. Like, do something, there's a fire extinguisher right behind you. Now what's he doing? Looks like he's letting the janitor deal with that mess. And making a quick escape. Yeah, was it like that when you found it? Yeah, you run away, nothing to do with you, mate. Meanwhile, over in the diagnosis unit, things aren't exactly going to plan here either. I mean, it's all gone a bit wrong. Hey, on the bright side, I mean, it's a good job the hygiene rating was an objective on the previous level. I can't imagine it's looking all too good now at this rate. I mean, are we just forgetting that bathrooms exist at this point? Kinda looks that way. I mean, the good thing is, even though we're losing money at an alarming rate and the hygiene has gone to crap and we're woefully understaffed, Roderick has pulled his finger out and got his act together, and he only has a couple more patients to cure. And I've been spamming campaigns to get more people into the stunt trouble treatment room, so it shouldn't be much longer and we can call this hospital done. And so we are fast approaching our final goal. This is our last daredevil, and hopefully if his treatment is successful, then that's the 3 stars for us. And there it is, 3 stars. So what do we get for that? Nice bonus that we need, some kudos, and a golden statuette. Ooh, very nice. And so that's it, Plywood Studios is done. Hope you've enjoyed watching this as much as I've enjoyed playing it. Let me know what you think in the comments. Anyway, that's me done for today. Join me next time when I'll be checking out Mudbury Festival. I think we've still got a couple of illnesses and treatment rooms to explore. Probably one for each of them actually. But that's it today, so without rambling on, thanks for watching, bye for now.